Hello, welcome back. Christy Summers with Gardening Volunteers of South Texas, and I'm here at the home with Carol, and she's going to tell you when she inherited this home 3 years ago what she had to do to beautify her yard.
Hi. Well, a lot of the basic outlines were already in place, but we have played with different species, different colors, because I like a lot of color, and the yard was pretty monochromatic when we moved in here. So a lot of it is plants that people have dug up in the neighborhood, some that other people have given me. It's really a hodgepodge. It's much of how I grew up, where someone would, you know, they had two of something and I got one and they got one.
Nice.
And somebody had more societal garlic than they could possibly want to have. And I love it. I love the purple color. So I put in 3 little plants, and here we are with little monsters already.
And you can smell them. You can smell them. They smell wonderful.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Well, let's walk down the front of your yard here, and then we're going to talk about some Texas native plants that you happen to have planted. So for those first-time homeowners who may not know what to go to the gardening nurseries and pick out, we're going to try to help them out here with some water-saving plants.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I noticed in your front yard, like in mine, I have this beautiful purple salvia. And so if you don't mind, let's walk down here and kind of name some of these nice water-tolerant plants that you have included in your yard.
Well, right here on the curb, we actually have a red yucca.
Oh, nice.
That is very nice when it blooms. It really adds a nice pop of color. And I've just got a little scattering of pentas here.
I see some purple mist flowers right here.
Yes, and our yards blend here, and we work to make that blend.
Oh, nice.
We have permission to kind of share space, and we both have water. You know, we both have a sprinkler system, so we kind of help water one another's plants. We just put in a gardenia plant, and it looks like it's got some really pretty blooms.
It likes that spot right there.
It likes this spot.
And then are these some irises?
Well, those are the flax lilies, lilies, and caladiums, begonias, foxtail ferns that are just beginning to take off.
Oh yes, look how cute they are, little bitty ones.
And this is an ivy fern. Is that what you call it?
It looks like it.
I think it's an ivy fern.
And you got some plumeria.
Aurelia, yes, have that. That's making a comeback.
Yep, and I see you have an asparagus plant and Esperanza, everybody's favorite. Is this a yellow one or an orange one?
This one is yellow. I have a yellow in the back as well, but I wanted to tell you about this berm because a lot of the yard was created with the outlines, but this area was really lacking in interest. So I had some really nice young men create a berm so that it had a little bit of an elevation to it. And I've tried all sorts of different things here.
To see if they'll survive in there?
Since the freeze, this is the latest creation.
Well, that's nice, because I like it kind of sculptures with the yard, and it gives people ideas if they have a yard and it's flat, maybe what they could do with it.
I felt like it added a lot of
Because I know in Texas, when we till up the yard, we come up with rocks of all sizes, so it's nice to include them into your garden.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
And then over here, you've got some Nandina, some society garlic. Gosh, I love the smell of this.
I tried a
plumbago.
A lavender. I don't know if the lavender will make it through the summer.
The lavender will. Usually it's called a trailing lavender, and actually it'll work all the way through the fall. Thank you Texas A&M for that one.
Yeah, lots of blue plumbago that I didn't think was going to come back.
Yeah, and look how beautiful, and it's already coming back.
Beginning to bloom.
I love all your colors. You've got some yellows and blues and purples and reds and whites, and even some of the variegated leaves like on your plants over here. It just kind of makes it so nice where it's not boring all the same color. It's not just all green.
I really appreciate the different textures and those variations, like the ginger that's variegated over here that we'll maybe see in a moment.
Right.
Just really.
And what is this?
That's my lavender.
Oh my goodness.
I know, that's what I'm
we have lavender too.
I've tried it before and wasn't successful.
Yeah, none of my cannas survived the freeze, but I see.
This one did.
Thank goodness.
My husband can see it from his window, and I always tell him that he has to go talk to his babies outside so that they'll grow pretty.
How wonderful.
And I picked up some little confetti
Nandinas?
Verbenas.
Oh, verbenas.
Confetti
There you
verbenas.
go.
I was there. Over one over here is actually blooming. Maybe we'll pick it up.
Well, Carol, one thing I was really impressed by when I came to your home in the first place and when I came knocked on the door was what you did with this strip of your driveway. So many people have a home that's got nothing but grass and weeds, and they're like, oh my God, what can I do with that? And look what you did with this. I'm seeing knockout roses, I'm seeing lantanas and nandinas, and you've got these nice little whips.
Little grasses?
Yeah, these little grasses that just are so whispery, but you just did such a great job over here. And I see there's also some rock usage too in your...
Yes, that's a little primitive, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Use a little work.
And I see an iris over there of some sort.
Yes,
You've also got some
we've got a bunch of those.
beautiful, beautiful salvia with some plumerias growing in the background too. But such a nice usage of this side of the driveway. So either they come home or you come home and look what I have. I have a beautiful garden for everybody to enjoy.
Right.
So,
a lot of the lantana was here. We've trimmed it back a little bit. And this had a lot of rosemary that had I think rosemary kind of has a lifespan. And it was real dead underneath. And so we took all that out. And I happen to really love grasses. I like how the wind plays with them. And they did really well with the winter freeze. And I played around with rose bushes in different places in the yard, and I finally put them both here, and it had amazing color.
Yeah, I love the colors on these right now. I'd rather be cutting them off and making a nice pretty vase for the dining room table. Well, you did a fantastic job, and how it just scallops the driveway, and then you come around toward the house, and you've got kind of like just an extension up here as well. And so it doesn't matter where you go in your yard, it's just full of color and flowers and drought-tolerant plants. So good for you.
Thank you.
So impressed.
Well, I like the color. Since I played with different things, this year I feel like I've gone with combinations of colors in the same space. You know, with pinks and yellows mixed together. I bought a lot of things that were more in the purple color range this year, and they're kind of more in that area. But it's just been a lot of fun. I would say that a lot of it is just how I feel. It's not so planned. And I'm experimenting.
And then you're experimenting. That's what I like. I like the experiment part of it too. And I see your little rain gauge you have here too.
We have our rain gauge, and we've had some critters that have been really destructive. So we have these little monitors that...
Are they helping?
Well, they help sometimes, but in the backyard, the critters were really bad. So
is this a bottle brush plant?
It is.
It is.
I really like it.
They're so cute.
It didn't look very good for a while, but it looks like it may make it. I don't know. I'm not sure that's a good spot for it. It may not be.
It probably needs a little more sun.
May not be a good spot, but
I'm sure you'll find a new spot for it eventually.
Well, you know, if the grass dies, I'll move it over there into the sunshine.
Well, I just want to thank you for sharing your beautiful garden home with us and your beautiful landscaping, and I hope you keep experimenting, and this just gives people inspiration. I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, so do I. It's been a wonderful release for us during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to come out, and it was a time when our neighbors would gather, we'd share and gather, and it helped us build community, which is always a plus.
It's always, that's amazing.
When we can do that in our neighborhoods.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll
Thank
see you soon.
Thank you for stopping by.
Okay.
It's been a privilege. Thank you.